Are you ready for a major life update? Because I have one for you. We are moving from Colorado to California and we'll be there by summer. This surprised me as much as it surprised anybody who knows me. So if you know me, the story about Colorado is I've been here for 6 years and I have felt like this is home for quite some time. We arrived during the pandemic, so 2019, and then the world shut down. And life went on as usual. We just hiked because all the trails were open. There's not a lot of people out there outside of Denver. We could have a pretty normal life even during the pandemic. It's the most beautiful place I've ever lived. I can see the Rockies from my house, 90 minutes from the Rocky Mountains. There are all sorts of most beautiful places in the world in this tiny state. We've come close. I think about 2 years ago, my husband came close to being recruited back to the Midwest. And I remember we were in the car on a road trip. Like we take lots of road trips. And I just broke down. I was looking at how beautiful it was. Like, I just can't leave this. I just can't leave this. And he's like, I know, we can't leave this. So we decided not to leave. And in that moment, I was, oh my gosh, I guess this is what it feels like to have a home. And the backstory with me is I've been moving every year, every other year since I was a kid. I'm used to lots of moving. I remember as a kid thinking, God, I wish we'd stop moving, but continue to move through medical training. Every time there was a better opportunity, we've always chosen to move. And Colorado was the first place was like, I think this is home for me. So I said that about last year, maybe 2 years ago. And then, of course, as soon as you say this is home, the universe is like, are you sure? And my husband, who gets recruited pretty regularly, got a job offer that stood out from all of the rest. I mean, it just stopped us in our tracks. So when we looked at this offer, we were thinking, how could we say no to this? And also my husband knows how deeply I'm attached to Colorado, how much I think this is home, and said to me, if you don't want to leave, we won't, even though this is my dream job, even though so many things make sense, we won't move if you don't want to. And I raised a lot of logistical concerns about the price of living in California, taxes, the effect it would have on my business, lifestyle. We're already paying, with two kids we're putting through college right now, salary, all of that. And he would take these concerns, distill them in a how does this affect the job to the job, and they would come back with um, they would come back with an answer or recommendations or additional resources so that every obstacle had been addressed, except for my attachment to Colorado. So I'm going to tell you the four breakthroughs that really helped me get to this place of being excited to move to Colorado. The first breakthrough is I realized home isn't the geography. I carry home with me. It's my mindset, my heart, my soul, my family. It has nothing to do with the state borders. It's not confined to Colorado. I take it with me wherever I go. Breakthrough number two. I want my husband to have what I have. I am living my dream life. I am living my dream job. I started coaching here in Colorado. I was able to leave medicine at 45. My whole life feels like I'm playing and I'm just a kid. I'm just carefree, freedom, liberated, control my schedule. I sleep when I want to. I eat when I want to. I love my job. I feel like I'm living my purpose. It's incredible. It's so exciting. I wake up excited about the day. I want him to have that opportunity too. His job here is amazing. And also, this is for sure his dream job. It's giving him opportunities and direction that he really would only have at this particular site. Wouldn't it be magical for both of us if we both get to be living our dream job? And related to this, very early on, I had this kind of like panic thought, like, oh my God, we're going to get divorced in California. It was just like a very fearful thought based on nothing logical or intuitive. It was just kind of like every time there's a big change in my life, my brain always goes to worst case scenario. When I was seeing this, oh no, my husband's going to have his dream job. We're both going to have our dream job. Isn't it amazing that my job is online so I can move wherever I want to, whenever I want to? Oh, that's going to make our marriage even better. Our great, strong marriage is going to get even better now that we both get to have our dream job. Breakthrough number three. I made a commitment this year that I'm going to be making my decisions from my intuition, not from spreadsheets and logic. I have, for most of my life, made decisions with my left brain, maybe all of my life, almost all of my life. And it's a wonderful skill. It involves Excel spreadsheets and columns and plus or minus. And it's helped me, it's served me, it's done me so well. I'm so grateful to my brain. And also, my brain isn't connected to the rest of me. It's very disconnected from what my heart and soul want. And oftentimes, my heart wants something different than my brain. And if I just rely on my brain and I completely ignore my heart, my gut feel, my gut instincts, my intuition, those are the times I find that I make mistakes in making decisions. I let my brain run ahead of me and I forget to check in with what does my heart want, and I wind up kind of suffering in the end. So I made this commitment this year. I'm going to be making decisions for my intuition. Even if it doesn't make any logical sense to my brain, if my intuition is all on board, so am I. And it's been magical. And when I look back at the best decisions I've ever made, they made no logical sense. It was all my intuition. So I went to New York City for college. That made no logical sense from a girl from a small town in Texas to go to an island that has like millions of people. It made no sense. Best decision ever. It helped me meet my husband. I married my husband, and well, that did make logical sense. But no, my brain was like, you shouldn't be married. You're not that, you've had come from a broken childhood. You don't like this is not depending and trusting and loving and having someone in your life to this level makes no logical sense given the childhood you've had. But my intuition was like, this is it. The moment I met Mike, I saw our whole life unfold. I saw Madeline and Jackson. I knew this before he said one thing. I knew we were going to be married and have kids together. So I followed my intuition, and I have a best friend for life. He's taught me that it's safe to love and depend on someone. It's safe to be vulnerable. It's safe to ask for help. It's safe to expect someone to be there for you. It's safe to expect someone to love you in all of your humanness. We have two amazing kids that are better than either one of us together. Our kids are just so amazing. They blow my mind. They're so brilliant. They're so kind. They're so loving. They're just perfect humans. We have the best life ever. Marrying Mike might not have made logical sense to my brain, but it took me to this very magical place. Starting coaching also made no sense. At the time, I had a therapist, like therapy makes much more sense. I had so many thoughts about the coaching industry. It was $5,000 for 8 weeks of coaching. It made no logical sense. But my intuition was like, this is what I need. I started, and on that first call, I healed more pain than the 30, 40 years of therapy before it. I worked through childhood traumas, the traumas from my work by being in medicine. I became a coach. I was able to leave medicine at 45, and now I travel the world 6 months of the year. You'll find me traveling somewhere. I feel like I'm a kid. I get to play my whole life. Starting hiring a coach made no logical sense, but it took me to this magical place. So I have so much evidence that when I listen to my intuition, it's 100% right, and it takes me to a place that's 100% magical, better than I could even have imagined. So this decision to California definitely was a commitment to my intuition. I remember feeling like I'm on the edge of the Grand Canyon, and my logical brain wants to stay on the ground, but my intuition is like, it's time to do something different. It's time to a little bit fly and figure out if we have wings. I know I have wings. My intuition was 100% in this. The word that kept coming up to me is enchanted. Like, yes, I love the comfort of Colorado. There's something better in California for me. Makes no sense to my brain, but my intuition is all in. And I could see my brain offering me, like, oh, it's going to be worse. It's going to be worse. Everything's going to be worse. My intuition is like, no, no, everything's getting better. And here's how I know this already. We haven't even moved. This is how I know it's going to be better. There is no more snow. I kind of dig that. I got to admit, temperate weather all year long sounds kind of cool. Kind of cool. A place where, I mean, we are a mile in the air. It is so dry. I'm always constantly putting lotion on and hydrating everything. My hair, my skin. Wouldn't it be great to go to a place where the weather is just a lot more even? Colorado's amazing, but it is severe weather. Like it's either really hot in the summer or it's really freezing in the winter. Wouldn't it be a great place that's kind of even? We're going to live on the coast. We're going to be 30 minutes from the ocean. We're going to be an hour from my daughter who's in college. Like I should lead with that. That's amazing. Moving to California is going to be better. And then my last breakthrough is I'm ready for my next adventure. You know, it's interesting. I look back at my childhood, oh, having to move every year, like, oh, as a kid, I hated it. But now I look like it's really set me up to always be wanting more and better. Like to not be afraid of moving. I kind of like moving because it's a chance to get rid of all the junk, all the clutter, reset, restart. Colorado is comfortable, but comfortable is actually not what I'm after. I want adventure. I want newness. I want to find a new house. I want to have a new neighborhood. I want to find a new gym. I want to explore a whole new area. Like I feel like in Colorado, I've done the hikes. All right. I've seen the hikes. I want something new. And my history is every time we move, it is so much better. And it's so funny if you put a map, like I started my journey in New York City, and then we went from there to Maryland, to Ohio, to Colorado. Now we're going to be at the very edge of California, like right on the coast. We have been moving to California. I think I've been heading to California my whole life. And every time I move, life gets so much better. Not a little bit better, so much better, like 10 times better. Every move resets everything for with adventure, more magic, more play. And then I kind of realized, what if I said no? Because I could have said no to this. And I had this feeling of settling. I had this feeling like I would be disappointed to leave this on the table. I'm not ready to settle. Comfort is not even my goal. I want adventure, and that's what I'm choosing. So here's journal prompts for you, dear listener. First one is identify one area in your life that just needs a decision. What if you could answer it from your intuition, from your heart, from your gut instincts, not your brain? No spreadsheets, no Excel. Number two, name one obstacle that's just ready for resolution. What is something that's just buzzing around that you need a decision to pin it down? Number three, define what home means for you. Number four, pin one pinpoint one place in your life where intuition could just shape your next move, or you could bring in more magic, more enchanted. And then last one is identify one adventure or stretch goal you're ready to begin. Maybe it's a move, maybe it's a new job, maybe it's reconfiguring the job you have now, maybe it's a health goal, maybe it's a love goal, maybe it's a money goal. In closing, I am moving to California. I am so thankful for Colorado. I could cry about this. I'm so thankful for Colorado. Colorado is a perfect place to land and to heal from my burnout from my first job. I feel completely healed and ready for something new. I'm leaving a place I love for a place I'm going to love more. I already love more. I'm already home. I will always be home, and I just can't wait. If you want help making a big life decision, it's magical and enchanted, you need to be in my coaching program. You can get started this week. Book a free sales call below. See you there. Bye, everyone.